Some of you didn't just have a bad year. You survived a war. For the last 7 years, your life has been shifting, breaking, rebuilding, over and over again. And now, it finally ends. April 25th is not just another date. For some zodiac signs, it marks the end of one of the hardest cycles of their lives. 7 years of confusion. 7 years of constant change. 7 years of feeling like nothing stayed stable. And now, it finally shifts. April 25th marks the end of a powerful astrological cycle. For the past 7 years, Uranus, the planet of sudden change and disruption, has been shaking the foundations of certain zodiac signs. Not small changes, but deep, unexpected shifts that forced growth, loss, and transformation. You lived it. But now, that cycle is finally closing. This is your turning point. Taurus, you didn't just go through change. You were forced to rebuild yourself over and over again. For 7 years, every time you felt safe, something shifted. Your stability, your money, your identity, nothing stayed the same. You kept trying to hold on, but life kept pushing you to evolve. And the truth is, you are not the same person you were before all of this. You are stronger, wiser, unrecognizable in the best way. April 25th brings relief, not because everything magically fixes, but because the chaos finally stops controlling you. Now, you get to live as the person you became. Leo, this wasn't just a difficult phase. This was a battle between who you are and who the world allowed you to be. You thrive on recognition, on being seen, on expressing your true self. But for years, it felt like no matter how hard you tried, you weren't fully understood. Your confidence took hits you never expected. You questioned your direction, your purpose, even your worth. And that is something a Leo feels deeply. But here's the truth. You didn't lose your light. You were being reshaped. April 25th lifts that pressure. And for the first time in years, you won't have to fight to shine. You'll just be. Scorpio, you are used to control, to privacy, to knowing exactly what's happening beneath the surface. But these past 7 years, life didn't ask for your permission. Things you thought were secure weren't. Secrets surfaced. Situations shifted. Power dynamics changed in ways you couldn't control. And even though you stayed strong on the outside, inside it was exhausting. You carried more than people will ever understand. But listen carefully. You didn't break. You transformed. April 25th releases that external pressure. And what's left is not weakness. It's power. A deeper, calmer, untouchable kind of strength. Aquarius, your struggle was different. You've always been ahead of your time. But for years, it felt like no one could fully understand you. You tried to belong, but something always felt off. Like you were thinking differently, seeing differently, living differently. And that gap between you and the world, it created friction, frustration, isolation, doubt. You questioned if you were too different. But the truth is, you were never the problem. You were early. April 25th begins a shift. The world starts catching up to you. And everything you've been holding inside finally starts making sense to others too. This wasn't punishment. It was preparation. This isn't luck. This is a shift, a reset, a comeback. And if you made it through these last 7 years, this next phase is where things finally start working in your favor. Nothing can stop you what's coming next.